I am here. That is accurate. We're going to put another book under the stand because we can never get it right on this show. That's why we're here. We're here for all the people who try to set up things professionally and it escapes them. That's this channel. Ooh, look. All right, there. There. And I'm still wearing the same shirt because why? Hi, you guys. Why am I wearing the same clothes? Because it's all I could find on my floor when I got in. So it's this shirt again. So hopefully it's okay. Oh my God, y'all, how are you guys? Woo. Yeah, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I am so tired. Super tired, like so tired. Of course, you can't run up that hill in Palm Springs. Not run, saunter, walk, cry, scream, scramble, curse yourself out for doing that shit and then not come home. I was so tired. I almost made it all the way home because I did not stop and have lunch with my little friend at the bar, but I went straight home. So I almost made it the 2 hours and a bit drive home without pulling over to nap. But when I hit San Dimas, my little head was like, go to sleep. And then I swerved a bit. I'm like, oh God, we got to pull off the road and nappy nap on the side of the road. So I napped on the side of the road. I know I wore this color last live, but I have a pile of shit on my floor. I have to clean and I just don't like doing it all the time. But anyway, yeah, I napped. So I was super tired, y'all. And then I got back on the freeway, but oh my God, I don't know how you say your name, Oisha, that you just had the Trump sign. Okay, listen to what happened in Palm Springs. This is such a trip. So I'll tell you the story of the guy when I first started hiking up the trail, the guy with no light. I'm like, I could hear him behind me. Okay, I'll tell you that first, then I'll tell you the other thing. Anyway, I started at like 4:50 in the morning and I see a guy come across the parking lot. Well, I still wasn't home yet. I pulled over in San Dimas so I could take a nap because I could not make it home. I was like, because I'm so physically tired because I'm actually like whatever and I get tired and I don't stay overnight in Palm Springs usually. And it was triple prices for hotels this weekend because of Halloween. So I was like, well, am I going to stay over? Like, fuck that. I wouldn't be so tired if I could actually sleep 6 hours before I did it, but I have to drive. Okay, I had to drive. So anyway, I start on the trail. It's pitch black. I can see some lights up on the hill. So I'm like, I'll catch those people and it's all cool, right? Anyway, this guy comes creeping up on the trail and he comes through the parking lot. So I can see, then I can hear him. He's like right behind me, but he does not have a flashlight. No flashlight. And I'm like, it's fucking pitch black for 2 more hours and this guy doesn't have a flashlight. So I'm keeping my eyes on him because I feel like someone sent him to kill me because I'm paranoid. And, you know, so I have this flashlight. It used to be Jason's. And so it's like it's a runner's blasting flashlight. So I took the light and every time I heard the steps, like wherever they were, I shine it, but I couldn't see shit because he was too far back. I just shined that light, but it was super, super strong, right? So I get to the picnic table. What is that? A half a mile up the trail. And I take my sweater off because it's always cold. And that was cat hair. And it's always cold. So I take it off. I put my knapsack down and he comes popping around the hill. And I'm thinking to myself, ooh, there's no one here. He's either going to attack or not. So he comes up, he goes, your light's always in my face. And I'm like, you know what I said? Well, you don't have a flashlight. I'm just checking on where you are. And then he goes, well, I'm sorry if I scared you. And he's like right close because I'm on the picnic table and he's about to walk by. And I'm like, oh, I'm not scared of you. This is me in the pitch black. I always say that to people. Like I got some balls out of somewhere. I'm like, I'm not scared of you. And he goes, well, I'm sorry if I scared you. I'm like, you don't scare me. And then I made him go in front of me because I kept fiddling with my knapsack. Then I went behind him with that flashlight and suddenly he decided to turn around and go back down. Voila. And guess what? Guess what? He had a flashlight on the way down that he didn't use on the way up. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, dude took off and I kept going up and up and up. So anyway, I caught up to the three guys. I know he was a weirdo. Or maybe he fucks with his head and plays little head games in the dark. I don't know. There are people who do that. So anyway, I caught up with three guys. I passed them. So about another half hour up the trail, I'm hitting this side part before it's going to be like sunrise. I'm going to be a little bit ahead of sunrise. Yeah, he tried to catch me off guard. You won't catch me off guard. I have music playing. They think I can't hear them, but I can hear them. I'm a cat. No, he didn't have a boxer dog. Good one. Good one, because that would have flipped me the fuck out. I have been up there, though, like where there's been four people. This was a couple of years ago, and it was like 3:30 in the morning, and they were shit-faced drunk. People can climb up to that. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. The people can climb up to the first picnic bench. I mean, it's steep, but people hang out there. There's like a little bar that you can lift up on and stuff. But anyway, I've run into guys and they're like, what are you doing up here? Shit-faced drunk at 2 or 3 in the morning. And I'm like, what are you doing up here? That's how I talk. Whatever they put out, I put right back to squash it down. So anyway, I passed the three guys and then I was going around a corner on the side and I knew it would be like 40 minutes till the sun was up. And there were these two ladies, I could hear them talking, see their lights. And right as I turned the corner, my light went dead. And I'm like, ooh, fuck, right? So now I got to go 40 minutes in the pitch black with my iPhone. And then I'm going to lose my iPhone, so I won't be able to call the Uber. And I'm like, I didn't bring my charger cord. I usually carry a battery and a charger cord. So I see this woman, her and her friend. I'm like, hey, hi, you guys. And they're like, hi. And I'm like, I'm walking right by them. It happened like 20 seconds before. And I'm like, my fucking flashlight just went dead. The nice lady named Kathy goes, here, I have an extra lamp, like a headlamp thing. And she goes, just give it to the ranger station when you get up there. So I did. When I got up there, I just left a note. Anyway, thank you, Kathy, because you saved my ass for 40 minutes, right? She saved my ass. So that was she was so nice, so nice. And she said she didn't hesitate. And so I told the rangers, I'm like, make sure Kathy gets it. And they're looking at me. I'm like, super nice lady. And they're like, well, how far behind is she than you? So we know when she's coming up. I said, you know what? Probably 40 minutes, but I really pass people sometimes. There's some people that pass me, but it was like, I literally turned a corner and the two ladies were there. And then up further were their two friends. And then one other guy on the trail. And then one really big guy went past me, this blonde guy right at the top. Yeah, I said, but I'm getting to a Trump story. So I said, she was so nice. I mean, she didn't have to because I had my iPhone and it would have been 40 minutes. I would have been on a dead battery. But anyway, I was really grateful. So now I know I'm going to take a different light because that's a charge-in, not battery one. The battery ones, switch the batteries and it works. She goes, do you need batteries? And I'm like, I wish it's a plug-in one, right? So anyway, point is I go up to the ranger station and I drop that off. And then I go to the tram station to go down because I got to catch my Uber at the bottom. Oh my God, Flo, thank you so much. Thank you for that. Holy shit. Thank you. She likes the story about Kathy. Thank you for that. That is so nice. Thank you. No, okay, she was wonderful giving me the light. And thank you, Flo, for that. Super chat. Super generous. So I get to the tram and I see the tram guys. I don't eat lunch with Chris at the bar. Shout out to Chris up there at the top of the tramway who excellent service, always brings me my salmon. I love him. Anyway, he's so cool. But I didn't have time because I had to catch the Uber that I already ordered on my phone and it was going to be there at 11:30. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I better get back down. So anyway, the Uber lady, it says gray Tesla and it gives me her name, Kelly. Shout out to Kelly in Palm Springs. And so the gray Tesla pulls up. I get in the car and I'm sitting in the back seat. So I look up, she says hi. She's got this like my color blonde hair, but long. And she has a Trump sticker. Now she's in Palm Springs. The LGBTQ and whatever else community is very prevalent in Palm Springs, right? So she's got the Trump sticker on the driver's side of her car. I start laughing. I go, Kelly girl, are you afraid? Like, are you afraid? We're going down the tramway. And she's like, yeah, you know, people want me to be quiet. I've only had one guy say something. She goes, but most of the people are pro-Trump. Now, she lives in La Quinta or wherever. I shouldn't be giving that out, but she lives somewhere close to Palm Springs and she comes in that way. Anyway, she says, you know, I've only had one guy that wouldn't get in the car, said he wouldn't get in the car, one lady, whatever. And I'm like, you don't want that bitch in the car anyway. Like, for example, when I get to the tram station, I've got 7 miles to get back to my car after doing 20 plus miles, right? So I'm literally not gonna not get in the Uber. I don't care if they're Harris or Trump. That's none of my business. I'm just paying for a ride. So why would I make a comment about what's in their car? But I did on that, not in a negative way, a positive way. So I said to her, you know what I really admire about you? What I really, really admire about you is that you put that on your car despite the people that probably want to egg your car and fuck you up, right? Good for you for using your First Amendment right to speak, because it seems like only one side of the election is allowed to speak and the rest of us can't speak, right? Meaning if we disagree with Harris, which I disagree on elections, period. But Harris, whatever her name is, Kamala, I can't say it because I think of the Queen of England. I think of her and I mix the names up. One's a K, one's a C, whatever. But this woman, she said, yeah. And you know what she says? You know what she says? And I bring it out. She goes, yeah, you know what? She goes, the Haiti people, Haitians, hate the Clintons. There's a lot of murderers on them. And I was dumbfounded. I'm like, people know. I already predicted Trump wins. I said that 3 weeks ago after I couldn't get the election. I said it on a live stream, Trump wins. So then I'm driving home, okay? So I'm cracking up all the way to my car. So Kelly lets me out at my car. I get in my car. I start the god-awful long drive home after doing 20 miles. And I'm like, just stay awake. So I didn't eat a full dinner. So that's probably what, yeah, I can be wrong. I'm not saying I'm not wrong. I'm telling you what I predicted. And since I'm the psychic doing my YouTube, I'll predict what I want, right? So I predicted what I heard in my head, which is kind of like how my predictions go. It's not a personal opinion, although I will be very amused if and when he wins, because I will die laughing at the fucking baby ass crybabies blah blahing about him, especially in LA. The shit that we have to put up with in LA, I am convinced that people say they're supporting this person and they go out and vote that person. You should be voting in private. Tell your friends whatever they need to hear. Lie your ass off and go to the polls and vote for who you want. Whatever the group is, and if you're in LA, they're all for Harris, right? Whatever the group is, agree with it and fucking go vote the way you want. Don't say a thing. Don't put your job in jeopardy. You have freedom of speech, but you don't have to push the envelope, so just go in private and vote. Fuck them. Go do it. You don't have to tell them what you did. If they go, did you vote for Kamala or whatever her name is? Say, yeah, sure. Yeah, I did. Sure. Yeah, I'm on her side. Did you vote for Trump? Yeah, sure. Sure, I did. I'm on his side. Never tell them. Fuck them. Do what you want to do. Go in your privacy. Check your votes out. Now, I did hear in San Diego, I think it was San Diego, Trump was like on the 3rd page or something. So you have to go down, right? Oh, I can't wait. Especially my ex-friends who votes are private. No, they're not private, actually. I don't believe that. I know they say that. But in Clovis, yeah, it was, okay, there you go. I, in California, have lost friends because I got in arguments with them over Newsom. And I'm like, are you fucking crazy, you delusional bitch? Like, and so when Trump wins, I am going to laugh my ass off. Laugh. I don't care who's in office because we're all fucked either way, but I will laugh my ass off. That's all I'm saying. I will laugh. Anyway, Kelly drops me off. I get in my car and Palm Springs is locked down because there's like farmer's market things outside. So I'm driving home and I'm an hour and a half, I'm calling people on the phone, talking to them. I'm like, I feel great. I don't have to nap. So I pull over near San Dimas. It said San Dimas, but it was like by there in the 57. So I go wherever down there and pull over, right? Orange man bad. So I pull over and I take like a 20-minute nap, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I feel better. I was in a nail salon shop that was open. So I go, okay, I feel better. I'll get on the freeway. So I pull into my neighborhood and I'm going off my off ramp, and I see this really big man, well, big, like 6'2", 6'4", 6'3", kind of like blonde in a convertible car, right? So, and it's a brand new like Mercedes convertible, but he looked bigger than the car, if that makes sense. So he kind of reminded me of an athlete in a little car or whatever. So I pull in behind him, and we're getting off the freeway, and you know, there's like another road. So I go past another entrance and up the hill. Anyway, I start doing that, and I look down at his license plate. I took a picture. I sent it to John. The license plate. Now, this is not the sticker around the license plate. This is the wording on his license plate. It says Trump 2X, 2 times. And I'm like, I almost stacked my car up driving this way because I went, what? Then I'm like, fuck, that guy has it on his car. I have never seen that before. I've seen people with the shit on their front lawns, but never putting their car at risk for who they pick, meaning people are deranged when it comes to Trump, as if any of them are better than the other, okay? Here's how you should be voting, I feel. Vote any way you want, I don't care. More importantly than your body, your choice, because you can do what you want anyway with your body, and taxes are not meant to be used for your medical procedures, such as jailed people going to jail and then being able to get a sex change operation when you yourself can't even get a wellness check as a woman unless you have the right kind of insurance. I'm just saying, okay? Like your fucking gender issues in jail where you're being penalized should not count. However, having said that, I think that taxes were aligned in wartime. Okay, Bobby taught me that. In wartime, right? For war money in this. So we don't have that. Now, the taxes that we get are for like, whatever, the roads, the blah, 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 whatever, right? So why not vote for the person who's going to bring, remember when Trump was in office last time, how much were you paying in gas in California? Half of what you're paying in gas right now. I know this because I drive 100 miles a day. 100 miles a day. So I know what the gas prices are, and ain't nobody gonna fuck with me with that. Number 2, groceries are up. Number 3, all of that shit is up. So if you're going to vote for somebody, why won't you vote for someone who's going to lower the taxes? When it comes to tariffs, now I was reading about the tariffs thing. I'm not too bright, you know, because I'm blonde and I'm uneducated and I know I'm a psychic and I'm just a dumbass. But if you're going to talk about fucking tariffs, okay, you've got your BMWs, you've got your Korean cars here, and we take it all in for free. So you're allowed to do free trade in this country, no tariffs. Why would you not put tariffs on the vehicles or products coming from outside this country to those countries wanting to put their fucking money in here? Because they put tariffs on us. So you understand, Americans are clowns. We are clowns. We are buffoons. We are idiotic. Every country around the world puts tariffs on us. Okay? So when American product goes into China, Russia, Bulgaria, fucking England, I don't know, Germany, wherever, us American dummies, because we're dumb. We are circus clowns. It's so apparent to me. They charge us. So if your product is $1, there's going to be, okay, just say a 15-cent tariff on that dollar. So let me get this right. People are like, oh, Trump's going to put tariff. They're doing it to us. Why would we not, for our people, bring in more money for the clowns in America? I'm just saying. This is the American clown posse, right? Why not? Would we not do that? I'm serious. I don't vote, but why would we not do that? I'm just saying, when I listen to it, intellectually. Thank you for that, you guys. Thank you so much for your super chats. And Flo, again, thank you. Super nice, super nice. But why would we not do, in other words, you do to me, why wouldn't I do it to you? But instead, we let our government, that we pay those bitches, okay? We're their boss. I'm not their bitch. I don't need to put a vaccine in my body because Biden or Trump or Bush or Obama tells me to. I don't need to do what you say because it is my body, my choice. I choose not to do it. I don't care what your nonsense is and what your little white coat lab rat doctors say. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, vote. If you want to vote, absolutely vote. Yeah, vote. I'm not saying don't vote. Some people in my family vote. Go vote if you think so. So I'm just asking you, why are they so fixated on termination of pregnancy? Here's what, I have a solution for that. I know America's totally Babylon. We are the clown. Do you know, like in other countries, they're like, look at those fucking stupid people. Look at those assholes. You know, that's what they're doing. I'm like, I can't believe I'm in the puppet cage. I am a lab rat. You know what they've done to Americans? They put us in big cages called neighborhoods and houses. And then they put, this cage has the cocaine and the drip like the rat, and this one has water. All of the country goes over here for the cocaine, and there's a few stragglers over here trying to get the water. We're clowns, okay? Like fucking clowns. It's embarrassing. I am now embarrassed fully. It does look like clown word. I'm sorry. Oh, and excuse me. I heard this on the news. I shouldn't watch the news because when I go to visit Meadow, John has the news on, right? So I get my fill of the news. Now, let me ask you, look, I'm a reporter for CNN. Let me ask you this. I just want to know if I fucking heard this right, okay? So J.D. Vance, I don't know if I'm correct on this, but I thought this is what I heard, says to Cheney's daughter, not his wife, right? It's the daughter. It's not Lynn Cheney, it's the kid, whatever the kid's name is. Okay. Says that she should stand at the front line, okay? She should stand at the front line and get shot at, or whatever, right? Whatever. Liz Cheney, thank you. First of all, Liz Cheney's father is a warmonger with the Bushes. They're disgusting. But I'm going to ask you a question. Why is that so offensive to people that was said to her? They expect you to take your precious children, your sons and your daughters. They expect you, American people, oh, be a patriot. Not enough to put my kid in the front line of a war against a country that wants to off us like we're a bunch of rats with cheese in a trap. No. Okay? So why is that offensive? But your fucking kids are expected to go out there and blow their arms up, blow their legs up, ruin their lives with PTSD and complex PTSD, and then the vet association will let them be homeless, take your tax money, lie, say it's for them while they live in tents on the street. Fuck you, government, and your wars. With that. And I'm serious. Why shouldn't she go out there? Why is she above getting blown up like your kid isn't above that? Because what, you're a clown and your kid's not worth anything? No, don't fight in wars anymore. I know people take the military seriously, and I'm not trying to offend them. I have great gratitude for them serving in the armed forces to protect our country. But the reason that our country needs protecting is because these people concoct wars. They concoct wars out of nowhere. They concoct them. The Bush family is fucking notorious. They are pigs, okay? Fetus in a jar. Google it. Larry King Live. All right, I said that. That's my favorite thing to say. But your kids come back. Have you seen these vets? Your beautiful, beautiful children come back with mental problems because we are not meant to kill people. Human beings are not. These people are not human asking your children. And they make you feel guilty as if you should serve in a war. That is bullshit. Now, I'm as I said, grateful grateful, grateful. We had a friend of the family, best friend of John's in high school, who served 4 terms in Vietnam and actually had issues, and cancer from the Agent Orange, allegedly, et cetera, for the rest of his life coming back. And then basically, had to sleep in a car to get the service in Memphis at the vet, not well taken care of. When they did do the surgery on him, they left the sponge in his stomach, which ultimately killed him. Do you see what I'm saying? That was the service that he got medically. And he did 4 tours in Vietnam, 3 or 4. And he died young. I mean, it's been probably 15 years. So John is 78, so 15 years back. He didn't need to die then. He didn't even need to go to that war. They tricked you. They tricked us. They tricked us all. And it's so great that people fought for our country. And I'm not speaking against them in any way, shape, or form. I'm speaking against the government that requires it. How do they require it? They impoverish the community with the over-taxation of people. And then they take the impoverished parents who want the best for their kids, which is fucking normal. They want their kids to get an education, to get a better job, so they can get a pension, so they can get health care, etc., right? And then they say, if you go into the military, we'll pay for that. What is that? You should be paying for it anyway to help people. Secondly, your school system is full of shit. There's a bunch of whatever they are, propagandists in the school system. And I hope it changes. It's sickening. It is so shoplifters for Harris. It is so sickening. And every family that had to bury a child, a 24-year-old, a 23-year-old, a 21-year-old, a baby who wanted to go to school and make their family proud and stand. I know it's mind control. I know what they do. It's so sad to me. It's so sad. And when I was younger, I would have said, no, defend your country. You should not. But I can't imagine what those parents feel. And then they tax the shit out of those same families, tax the crap out of them after their kids fought for this country. And I know, beautiful. Back then, all the boys. And you're fucked up when you come back. Like Vietnam, what was that? What was the objective of Vietnam in the jungle? What was that objective? Oh yeah, Bushes and Cheneys make money. Those people make money. Liz Cheney should go fuck herself. Her family is a fucking warring, vile family, okay? They're vile. Her mother, I think, is Lynn Cheney, if I get it right. Liz, Lynn, whatever. The mother, okay? The mother is the one that said, oh yeah, we knew that they were doing things with kids. Really? And what did you do? Did you open your mouth? Did you speak up, you coward? That family should not be anywhere. Why are you even listening to them? Put that bitch at the front line, since she wants the war and her father is pro-war and somehow he's had 8 heart surgeries and your relative can't even get that because you don't count. Fuck Dick Cheney. Fuck Bush. Fuck them all. Okay? Fuck them and their war. So maybe people should be voting for people who don't want war. So whichever candidate says they will not cause a war while they're in office is who you should vote for, because it protects your kids. War is bullshit. Oh God, I'm on a tirade. War is bullshit, y'all. It's bullshit. Do you want to put your kids out there? Do you want to put your kids out there? I don't. I don't want to put my female kids or my male kids out there. I don't want them plotting on murdering people. It's fine if somebody comes and invades your country. You have to protect your country. I understand the dynamics. But please explain to me why we were like, now I forget the name of it, but we're in Afghanistan. Could that have been over poppy plants and the exportation of heroin around the world? Could that be the real reason? Oh no, it's to protect this. Shut the fuck up. I know 18-year-old children are supposed to go and they do not know. They just want to make their families proud. They want to get married one day, have a family, be able to support them. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then, yeah, no wars. Vote for the person with no wars. Yes, I'm that person saying that. So look at the candidates. Pick candidate A, candidate B. Go down the list. How is your money utilized? And here, Barbara Streisand, you fucking bitch. okay? And all you other a-holes that say take guns away, we have a right to guns. You know why? Because the police and the gangsters, which are the government, have guns. And they can do what they want. So you with a gun in your house stops them from coming into your house. Shoot to kill if they come in your house. And I'm being serious. I'm not even being a weirdo. Why do you want to take guns away? So there's that, okay? So put that aside. Put all of that aside. Someone comes in your house, you have the right to defend yourself legally. But they want to take that right away. What are you supposed to do? Throw pancakes at them? Toothpaste? Hairspray? A bat? A taser? What? What are you supposed to do? Oh, God. And then they're like, guns kill. No, the government kills. Actually, that's who kills. The government that orchestrates the wars for their fight. I am Canadian. Correct. I was born in Canada and I escaped communism and came to America where I'm in the middle of a fucking lab experiment. Okay. I'm in a lab experiment here. I got out of communist Canada because I hated the government in Canada. It was so communist when I was growing up that I could see the writing on the wall. America's freer than Canada. Canada's even less free, okay? We know that when we've come here. You vote. You guys can vote for whoever you want. Here's what I'm going to say to Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand and the likes of people, I'll just say, who are Newsom supporters. Here's what I say. When you go around saying, vote for somebody who is pro-abortion, I guess, or pro-choice. I don't know which word it, but pro, you're right. I understand that and support people who want to do that. You can do that. Like, as I said, if anybody came to me and said, I don't have the money, I need help. If they needed that, I would help them. I have no problem doing that. And I would take them to a doctor to do that. Now in California, it's a plethora of places that will do it. Okay. For $350, you can get an abortion at Planned Parenthood. No problemo. But they're talking about, and it might be 600 now, I don't know. But back in the day, 300, 350 as of 2015, right around there. But here's the thing. In the southern, I'm assuming they're talking about the southern states where they don't allow that to happen. Here's what Barbara Streisand, Julia Roberts, fucking Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, whoever, okay, whoever, take your millions and billions of dollars, especially you, Whoopi, okay, and Barbara, Babs, take your money like the good Samaritans you are, open up a nonprofit with you celebrities because you're special, right? You have millions. The rest of us are your peasants and your bitches, and we're supposed to listen to you. Take that money, instead of shoving it up your ass, take that money, open up a nonprofit, hire some bus drivers and bus service, have a sign-up sheet, take those kids, people, women, out of state to a state that will perform abortions, and you fund it because you have multiple millions of dollars. And Oprah, that includes you. You do that, okay? Don't ask me for my tax money or to vote on the right to do that. Government has no business in my fucking uterus, okay? Period. It is my body, my choice, in as far as I don't want you in it. So, you bitches with the money, Oprah, Gail, you two lovers, Gail, Oprah, who's blaming Stedman, who's also gay. But anyway, all of you three have enough right there. Clinton, Arkansas, how about you bitches? Use some of your money. Yeah, that's right. Open up a nonprofit, put your money where your mouth is, and fucking go across state lines, get the parents' permission, take the young kids, the under 20s or whatever, with the parents' permission, and get the service performed at a doctor that you know is safe, qualified, and vetted medically. Make it a nonprofit so that you can, write it off or something. But why is our government expected to do that? I'm just like, why? Why? Well, Dolores, when it says taxes that Donald Trump paid, what you're not understanding, taxes, I think. I don't know what he's paid because I don't read that shit. I don't read any of that shit about who pays what. But what I do know is if you have corporations, you get tax write-offs. That is a loophole. You have to research that. You yourself would have to research what those loopholes are and how he qualified for that. I don't know. That is something I have not done. But I am wondering, I'm serious, when they say Kamala is for abortion rights in Roe v. Wade, the woman who did Roe v. Wade doesn't even agree and already had the abortion at the time they used her as a political whatever it is. So let the fat cat celebrities who flaunt their money, like J-Lo, you fucking ugly troll. J-Lo, please open up a business along with Barbara and the others and Oprah and all of them, and bring those people to the state that will do that. Because that's the way to conquer that. Not taking my tax dollars, your tax dollars, and demanding that everybody in the country agree with it. There are us who agree with it. The right for you to terminate a pregnancy. I'm wholeheartedly in agreement with that for you or whomever. Help them do it. Because I do shit in my neighborhood for young women that need help. I do it one-on-one. So I don't have millions, but whatever I have, I go to people I know. And that is how I contribute. What are these people doing? You know what they're doing? They're doing what Bill Gates is doing. What is Bill Gates doing? What is Bill Gates doing? You want to know what Bill Gates is doing? He's opening corporations and then paying his corporation for the services of another corporation and writing it off as a donation because he's a cocksucker. He literally puts dick in his mouth and sucks, okay? That's what he is. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. But anyway, that's what he is. That's what he does. So that's what he's doing. When they're saying they're donating 5 million or 100 million or whatever the hell it is they're doing, what he's doing is putting it into it's what is it called? Okay, you have a corporation and you hide it in another company under a different name. That's what he does, okay? That's what he does. And then he goes, look, I donated $5 billion to blah, 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 blah. No, you didn't. You donated it to another foundation run by one of your friends and the money, a shell company, thank you. And it comes back to you. I know what happens. I know what happens. And why do you think, I just heard a thing today, the Hiltons, Kathy Hilton and her daughters. I just heard a thing about the Hiltons. So Grandpa Hilton, whatever the hell, Conrad Hilton, I guess that's a father, whoever started the chain, he didn't leave anything to any of his daughters? Huh. I guess he too was teaching them a lesson with his billions, like Warren Buffett, you loser. Oh, I'm not going to leave anything to my kids because I want to teach them. Do you, you clown? You're a fucking clown. Okay? Who doesn't leave something to their kids? Especially when you're a billionaire. Oh, I see. You get to spend the money. But your fucking offspring, you want to punish them? And you want us to follow in suit and leave our money to a charity like Hilton did. That's because they don't own their money. It's a trick. I know Canada is worse now. No, I know they're lying. They want you to do what they tell you to. Don't listen to these people. Don't vote. J-Lo's up there. Why do you think J-Lo's up there? Crying crocodile tears. She don't give two shits about who you vote for or what. She's just being held at gunpoint. Oh yeah, Aaron Spelling's Miss Candy Spelling. Isn't she deplorable? Deplorable human being. I know she's jealous of her daughter, and really, I don't even know what to say to that, but umbrella company, yeah. Shell company, exactly. It's just disgusting. So literally, do not listen. Yes, of course, Tony. I remember meeting Tony Curtis. I've told you the story a billion times. I was in Larchmont with a friend of mine, and he came over to say hi to my friend. And first of all, I was shell-shocked because it was Tony Curtis. And I was a Marilyn Monroe fan. I'm talking like 2007 or 5 or somewhere back there. And then I noticed how gay he was. Couldn't have been more gay. They hid that for a long time. Like he swooped in, swoop in a powder blue suit over his shoulders with his pompadour hairdo. And I was like, fuck me. That's like I had to kick my friend under the table. I was dying, okay? Like I was just cracking up, laughing. He was older then. It's just a couple of years before he died. He kissed your hand. Yeah, no, I was just our multimillionaires. They don't need their father's money. I'm not saying they do or not. Money's not about a need. That's where you've got it wrong. That's where you've got it wrong. Food is not a necessity. Abundance is not, it's not about necessity, okay, unless you're broke. But when you have money, why do you not want to be generous? Why do you want to make a point of saying, I'm not going to give my kids money? What is behind that? What is behind that? When I have a lot of food in my house, I take it to this friend of mine. If I buy 6 things, like if I go to Costco and I get 3 milks and I can't use them, I'll give 2 away. I don't sit there and go, they don't need my food. How about I share my assets with everybody, including food, including clothes? How about I do that rather than just saying, I'm not going to give anyone? And the only reason his kids are millionaires is because he was a millionaire, because they could go to the school. So why do you not want to share? I don't get it. Why are you pushing that down my throat? Why are you pushing that down my throat that, donate to a charity? Why? Why not give it to your cousins then that didn't get your money? Why not give it to your sister's kids? Right? Oh, I know what it's from. Because I will share with everybody so that I have nothing when I'm left except what I've given to the people that I love around me and others who need help along the way. Period. They're so full of shit. So it's greed. I want those celebrities to pool their money together, because remember, Oprah's 250 million. The Rock, that fucking clown, got 250 million. She got 250 million. You could take, I don't know, 20 million each. Oh yeah, that's right. You wouldn't even do that for Hawaii. I believe the wording was, we will donate to one person $10 million. Oh, well, that's generous of you. What would we have done without you, Oprah, you fucking troll? Yeah. Anyway, those two together could literally take the states where those states don't want you to have free choice as a young woman who ends up pregnant in a situation you don't want to be in. And they could run a service. They could advertise, and the state can't stop you from leaving the state as long as you have your parents' permission or are of age. And you go to the next state or the next 2 states over, and they hire the bus once a month. They bring, or once every 2 weeks, to catch the pregnancies before they get too far advanced. What is the problem with that? Why do you need tax money for that? It seems like these people could use their money for good, but they choose not to. What do you think? I think Oprah is disgusting. I think she's a horrible human being. Oh, Jennifer, thank you for that. Oh, thank you for Meadow and Lila. Thank you. Where is Stedman? I think Stedman left the country. Thank you, Jennifer. Generous tonight. Thank you so much. Yeah, Oprah has almost $1 billion. So you're telling me she herself can't help young women, especially when she tells about the story of how she was raped. And I believe she was pregnant. Did she give a kid up for adoption, or did she terminate that pregnancy? You would think that after that, she would use her money and her power in order to help women in the same situation. I'm just saying, I know from my background, I know that when we didn't have much money, I know that my children and my husband John, my ex-husband, whatever, I know that we let people in our house. We constantly were feeding people, and people came in, kids, people from out of the country, people from over the border that didn't. We took care of kids that were, the baby died. Okay. Yeah. Whatever she did, but you think she'd do it. I fed people on my couch. I fed many a person, and so did my family, because it was in their house as well. So if we all did that and took care of people in our neighborhood, we wouldn't need to vote for these idiots. Do you know what I mean? That's it. knows, or he said she's me. Oprah's disgusting. She's just disgusting. She looks it. She is it. Stedman. I heard Stedman is out of the country. I don't keep tracks on Stedman because, I don't care. But I just heard that on an item. But it's so interesting. Thank you all for the super chats, you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay, the baby died. Yes, exactly. So why do these people not help? You have that much money. What are you going to do with it? Oh, I get it. Let me see. You're immortal. So you're handing the money to the next non-sold person that you will be born to so that you can keep your money. Is that what it is? I know the Amish. I'm impressed by the Amish. You know why? How the hell did they get there in a horse and buggy? First of all, they're going across state by state by state, or do they fly now in planes? I don't know. But the Amish are actually doing what FEMA should do. You realize you've paid taxes to FEMA, and the Amish are building the houses out of their own income and money. So God bless them because they're putting their money where their mouth is and doing their whole entire belief system. Okay? What they say is what they're doing. Their lifestyle, they find a driver to drive them. Ah, I got you. Thank you. Because I was wondering how the hell they get across the states. Their lifestyle and what they live, they actually truly contribute back. So God bless them in all their beliefs, because those people in North Carolina, whatever the name of the place is, and I can't remember, that got blasted by HARP and the fucking evil weather government controllers who just want to take a city, and then FEMA doesn't help them, and then they lose their property, and then the government takes it. Yeah. Anyway, those Amish people, they have been there building tiny houses, which Black Mountain, which is Asheville. Thank you, Asheville, which is so much better. If I had a daughter, I was going to name her Ashland. But after Kentucky, don't know why, just was. There were horses there. That's what I was thinking. But Asheville, so those people will have somewhere to be over Christmas. Meaning they won't be devastated. They'll have a little house with a little bathroom and a little bathtub, and their families can remain in it till they can figure out what it is they need to go to fix their environment, right? So when you're looking at it, the Amish are amazing, and people mock them because they don't want to follow in suit. So who really has the horses are being abused? Okay, I don't know what to say about that. Thank you. Oh my God, Flo, thank you for that. You guys are too generous tonight. I don't know what to say. I will say this totally. The lithium rights. Yeah, I know what's going on. And the Amish are blocking it by putting the people in their houses right there and saying, fuck you, right? So good for the Amish. And and I don't know how to correctly label them. Flo, thank you so much. You know what I will say about the donations? Thank you very much. The Amish are good people, obviously. We had, I found a lawyer, you guys know this, a lovely woman who has taken the case to court with Keith. So we started court last week. So I am grateful for all the help, because eventually it's going to come in handy. So I appreciate it. Yeah, so we're in court for Keith, I guess it's whatever, for what happened to Keith. We are in court with that. And it started last week. So this week we have a day, and a lovely woman lawyer took over. So yeah, I am so grateful for all the help and everything. And thank you, Flo, and thank you, Jennifer, and everybody else that left super chats. I am so grateful for everything. Yeah, I did not get a lawyer until I met her 2 weeks before Keith, and it was I couldn't get a lawyer to understand how I was trying to approach it in order, because obviously I know it in my head, right? So I couldn't find somebody, and she understood immediately, and worked so fast. So I'm so grateful. So grateful. And I'm also going to do a shout out. Okay. Bobby had a little psychic friend on here, as did I. She did a video on Keith after it happened, and Bobby talked to her personally. And I think God, I have to get this. Her channel is something Heathen, Beauty Heathen. I think it's Beauty Heathen. And she does the tarot cards just by hand. She doesn't show her face, or at least she didn't when I was there. And do you know, she said on year 5, she said and described what would happen. And this is year 5. I never believed it. I mean, I believed it, but I just didn't know how it was going to happen. And she said it. So I'm giving a shout out to her. I believe her channel's name is Beauty Heathen. She's a friend of Bobby's, and Bobby had asked her, and she was dead on with the timing, year 5, and who it would be, the female in the bunch. Anyway, out of all the people, she said the female started it, and dead on accurate. Amazing, actually. Thinking about it, I just thought of it the other day. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. So yeah, no, I don't know. Beauty Heathen. Yeah. I don't know if she still has her channel up. I haven't looked. So I'm very glad that somebody took Keith's case seriously. Of course, when you're in court, there's only certain things you can do, and you do the best you can do. So I was trying to find someone to help me, at least help go forward with Keith. So I appreciate all the donations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Nola girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's so great. So when the donations come, that just helps me be able to eventually, when it comes down to paying people to look at the motorcycle, etc., that allows me freedom to do that. She's not doing readings. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked on her in like a year, actually, but it came into my head last week. I was like, wow, mind blown. So I always like to give credit where people do what they do. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that, Mare. Okay. Lorraine, I can't see your super chat. Resend it. So I'm so grateful for that, which is really great. Beauty Heathen was her channel. I believe when Bobby comes on here, she knows better than me, but I believe that was it. Yeah, my youngest son, Keithy. Thank you, Nancy B. Thank you. Yeah, no, Flo, thank you so much. Super generous. So generous. Thank you. Yeah, it's shocking every day not to have your child here. I can't imagine with the parents who put their kids in war with the constant anxiety of wondering if your child will come back. And if they do come back, what kind of injuries? And if they don't come back with injuries to their physical body, what their mind will be like. I can't even imagine. The drug addiction, the alcoholism, the inability to connect with people is not in our normal interest to hurt other people through murdering them. I mean, unless someone's coming at you and you have to protect yourself, it's not human being nature. So to really, yes, she's up and running. Good. Beauty Heathen, go over there, y'all. She was very, very specific. But yeah, I can't even imagine, because to lose Keith on a motorcycle was devastating. Oh, Marianne, thank you for that. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. No, I'm so grateful for it. Eventually, if as things go, there's 3 different components of Keith's case. There's the car that pulled out in front of him. There's the motorcycle. And then there is the mailbox that was cemented in the ground. So there's like 3 different things that goes down. So thank you all for the super chats. So generous, everybody. Yeah, I know, I'm so grateful for it, because eventually the bike has to be inspected by somebody who can inspect it, which is not me. But yeah, every time I look at that bike, I'm like blown away. The front end is completely missing from it. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, going back to the Amish, these people are taking time out of their lives to help people they don't know, have never met, and that the government isn't helping. They should be helping them, but they're not helping them. Those people, they just expected them to give their land up and walk away. The Amish are what I use the word cock blocking them from it, because once they put a tiny house on the property that these people already own, they'll be able to get back to work and earn their income to pay their mortgages, etc. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So it's like absolutely beautifully done. So bravo to them. Bravo to them. And boo on the government. Yeah, it's pretty horrible to lose a child. As I said, that's why I don't understand war. I understand the ideology behind it and the bravery that it takes of people to go. Yes, Beauty Heathen Tarot. Yes, she does tarot. Yeah, I actually met her through Bobby. Bobby really likes her. I really like her, and I think she's very good. She said year 5. This is year 5. So this is very interesting on year 5 that this is coming through, because I could feel it, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. I had no idea how anything was going to happen. So if you're voting, good for you. Oh, I'm sorry you lost your daughter. Yeah, it is the toughest thing, obviously, that anybody will go through, is losing a child. One of the toughest. I'm sure if you're a child and you lose a parent, that is equally as tough on a young child, under 20, we'll say. Yeah, losing a child. Every day I'm like bitch slapped in the middle of my face, like, what the hell happened? And there's so many things, like just so many many, many things that go on. Thank you for the super chat. There's just so many things that go on in your head, and you never, never get over it and never think it can't happen to you. I remember conversations where John would say, well, he would say God wouldn't let it happen twice. Happened twice to him. So it's not about God, it's this planet. It's this planet. Maybe she changed the name of her channel. I don't know. She did a video on me and Keith. So look up Keith Bella and her video should come up, and then maybe it'll say the channel change. So yeah, it's just fucking unbelievable. I cannot imagine. Holding company. Thank you, domestic goddess. It was driving me crazy. Holding company is actually the name I was looking for. Now it's just, yeah, unfucking believable when you lose a child. Like it shatters who you are, your belief system. My goal at this point, Healing Phoenix right now. Okay, it's called Healing Phoenix right now. Go check her out. She said year 5, straight up 5 years to find the vehicle and the person who pulled out in front of your son. It's true. It's true. Because we found it the person was ID'd in April. Well, we found a name in April, and then in July, we knew who that would be. I mean, we found the person. So that's year 5 because, well, it happened just before year 5, but we're going into court year 5. And Anthony understands. Anthony understands. My butter tart buddy understands. He absolutely 100% understands what happened, and God bless him too. And anybody who's lost a child, it's literally devastating. It doesn't matter how they died either. It does not matter how they died. I don't, people say, well, would have been better, this, that. I remember 6 months before Jimmy died, Keith's stepbrother, half brother, actually, they're both John's kids. When Jimmy, 6 months before he died, his best friend died. And I remember seeing the parents in a restaurant and looking at them and being able to see the brokenness like 6 months after that. I'm sorry, Ruth Ann. Terrible. You understand. I remember seeing Jimmy's friends' parents and I wanted to say something, and I just remember like they couldn't look up in the restaurant. Like I just could feel it. It was palpable off of their bodies. And little did I realize that 6 months later, we'd be going through the same thing with John's oldest son, Jimmy. And then, and then Keith was born right after that. And then 24 years to the day my Keithy goes, I knew it. I got the message in June. It was happening. I just didn't know which son. So it was just fucking mind-blowing when little Doodle left. Just mind-blowing. Unbelievably mind-blowing. Yeah, it changes your life. I'm trying to do what Keith was doing before he died. He had some friends. One of his friends, I mentioned Cheerio. Cheerio had passed away. Actually had been murdered in Los Angeles. Someone just rolled up on him and shot him because that's what they do here to little kids. Okay, so Cheerio I think it's just before his 21st birthday. I remember Keith running in the house and saying, first of all, telling me that Cheerio shot himself in the leg and then the head. And I'm like, nobody shoots himself in the leg, lives, and then decides to shoot themselves in the head. So it was a hit. Anyway, yeah, his name was Porfirio. And none of us kids could say, none of my kids could say it. And I couldn't say it because my accent's terrible. But his real name was Porfirio. And Cheerio is what we called him. That was his nickname. And Keith and him used to hang out all the time. And I think about him often. But Cheerio had just had a baby before he died. Young man to have a baby. And so Keith was over there helping, taking shit over to Cheerio's baby mama. Yeah, Porfirio was his name. I've learned how to say it now. Couldn't say it when I was younger. He just came in the house and everybody's like, hey, Cheerio. So I'm like, okay, that's what we're going to call him. But he had a child. And so I know Keith had been over there and Keith was donating to different people in different places. So after he died, I decided to be like my son and to work hard to do that, regardless of what my own ambitions are. So I honestly take portions of what I do. Every single one of Keith's friends that I support. So it doesn't matter who it is, whether I knew them well or not while he was alive, I will support. So anybody has a baby, I'm going to be there. Anybody has a wedding, I'm going to be there. I mean, if I'm not invited, I'm not, but I'm still going to send a gift. I'm going to do that. Bobby did this. Bobby painted this for me because Keith came to her and she tracked every person down. Another viewer painted that. These were the two pictures that were on the card at his funeral, the memorial card. And I love them. You can't make me take them down. And they look, I mean, that's 10-year-old Keith and that's 24-year-old Keith. And I mean, they're beautiful. I love them so much. That's why they're up there. They're the centerpiece of my life. And yeah, so I try to do, so that's what I'm saying to you. You don't need, when you go in, have you guys noticed now in LA, we have Vaughn's and shout out to the lady I met at Vaughn's last night. She caught me in my cart. She's like, oh my God, Sloan Bella. John and I were in the store and I was getting, okay. I had a cart full of cream puffs, cake, and ice cream because I did that hike. I made John push the cart so that they wouldn't know it was mine, but I ate it. Okay, so I ate it. We ate it. Yeah. So anyway, this lady sees me. I go, great. I just woke up because I came home from hiking. I was exhausted. My hair was like all because I fell asleep with wet. And I fucking ate the whole thing. And well, I mean, no, it was funny. I'm like, great. Now somebody sees me eating all this shit. Anyway, Vaughn's, Ralph's, all of that. Have you noticed when you buy the groceries in there, it says round up? Do you see what they're doing right in plain sight? Why would I round up my money? It's my money. Why would I round it up to a corporation? I'm just asking. Why would I do that? Where is that money going? To the CEO, the wife's Mercedes, or her Botox? Or to the trips out of the country that we can't do because we don't have the money to do it? Where is that going? I'm not going to round up, but what I will do is if I see, and I'm sorry, my son used to do this, Keith used to do this, Jason does this. Thank you for the super chat. I saw one go by. Thank you for that. I did eat all the cake and the cream puffs. John likes cream puffs and I like cake. So I got chocolate cake and he got cream puffs, but they had chocolate in it. So I also ate that along with the ice cream, strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. I ate all of it. I just ate a smorgasbord, but I did eat halibut for dinner. So yeah, when they say round up, I don't do that. But what I will do is if I see somebody, and I'm just going to be a little bit biased, but if I see a woman who's homeless, I'll probably give her money. So instead of rounding up, I'm going to give it to a person in my neighborhood who's on the street. Or I'm going to tip somebody at my local establishments that I deal with and see in my environment. I am not giving it to a corporation. I am not donating to a hungry family where I'm not guaranteed that that money goes to a hungry family. I will find a hungry family and take them a turkey, sweet potatoes, yams, a gift card, whatever. That is what I do. And that's what I do. My Keithy does that. And that's what I do. So that is what I will do. And I will eat ice cream as well. But that is what I will do. I'm not giving it to a corporation. We have to stop giving it to these people who you don't know where it's going. You don't know. You don't know where it's going. So I would rather know where my money's going and I will do it. Now, what I'm shocked about is if you get off the freeway in the San Fernando Valley, I have seen several women sitting on the sidewalk for months. And I don't know how to approach that because why are we allowing, especially women, mothers, basically people who produce everybody on the planet, to be homeless and living on the sidewalk and not the fire department's not doing anything, the police aren't doing anything. What are we doing? And I myself don't know how to approach it because I don't know if I should walk up or what I should be doing. I get very confused. Yeah, I know those small roundups. I know what they're doing. And I always tell the checker, I'm not rounding up. Fuck no, I'm not rounding up. I'm not rounding up. Best Buy. Best Buy makes me laugh. You're going to charge me this because you go to China and use child labor for all of your technology, 30 cents an hour, and you charge me $1,000 for an iPhone, but you want me to round up. I'm not doing it. I'm not donating to there. I will find somebody. I will allocate it part of my income and find people. Whether it's people, I do a standard thing just with my kids' friends, anybody I can help in my, if we all did that, one person out from we know and one person from that, then we would help in the communities. Oh, thank you for that. I'm so sorry about your sister. It's so devastating. Thank you for the super chat. I don't even know what to say when someone loses a child because I have no words. I have no fucking words for it because there are no words. There are no words for that. There's no words on this earth. There's no words. Now, I was thinking about something. So, we used to own a bar. Well, John's family did, but then I married into the family. So I too became owner of iPhone cost, I know, $10, and they got the fucking audacity here, partially because of the tariffs that they pay over there. I remember Jimmy's mom, John's ex-wife, talking to me at the wake, but I think it was, I don't know whose wake. I don't know why she was there, but we were in the bar. I don't know whose wake it was, whether it was John's mom. It might not have been the mom. It had to be for Jimmy. But anyway, she came up to me. I was at the jukebox and she said to me, and I remember at the time being pissed off at her that she said this to me. She said to me, pay attention. It's something like that. It goes very fast. And at the time, I thought that was a threat because I'm insane, okay? And I was having anxiety after Jimmy died and postpartum. Never did I realize she was actually giving me a good piece of advice, a brilliant piece of advice that I now pay attention to. You literally don't understand when somebody can pass in the blink of an eye. So pay attention. It goes pretty fast. And I think the reason that I was angry at her is somewhere inside of me, I must have known that it was going to happen to one of my kids. Yeah, I know. What am I going to do after 37 years of marriage? I'm not dating. So that's never happening. I will never date. I wouldn't want to meet a new man to talk to them because I don't trust them. I barely trust my family over here, let alone a new man. The enemy that I know is better. Is better than... No, I just wouldn't. I mean, I'll casually talk to people, but no. I mean, there's nothing you could get me to. I'm sorry. I'm at an age where it doesn't matter. Now I'm here to create. His ex-wife, she gave me a really good piece of advice, which I brushed off because A, it was her, and B, I didn't like the tone of it. She didn't say anything wrong. It's just that I felt something internally and I knew what she was saying. And she's 100% right. And so I passed that along because that is 100% correct. So unbelievable. But yeah, no, I would never date in this climate. You can't trust people. I mean, no. And right now I want to create things. That's it. I'm just here to create. So I feel like a creative being right now. I had my family. I had my kids. I don't need men. I don't need sex. I don't need any of that. Like, I had kids. And I don't need to talk to somebody and then let them in my life and then have them ghost me or fucking cheat all day long or watch their porn all day, whatever their fucking problem is. I don't need it. And I don't care how much money they have. I don't need their money either. So I don't need it. Sorry. So yeah, no, I'm literally done with, I don't need them. I'm actually able to create things I want to create, which gives me far more satisfaction than having dinner with a fucking man. I don't need to talk to you, have dinner with you, or have sex with you. I'm sorry. I don't. I can hike up a mountain in the dark by myself. I can pay all my bills by myself. I can eat dinner with friends. I can see my grandkids. I don't have to integrate with your family. I don't want to. and you don't have to integrate with mine, and I don't need to be tormented. Your drugs and alcohol, your addictions, which a lot of them have, I don't want to deal with it. If you're younger, I can see why you would date, and that's not young. So I'm youngish, but it's not important to me, and I need to spend the rest of my life with somebody. Porn addiction, because you date them, they go out with you, and then they watch porn and you're still by yourself. So who the fuck wants that? Or they're in a bar all day, or they're smoking crack in their car like that congressman back east. That young guy, they found him like this in his car. The cop's like, aren't you the congressman? That guy had the crack pipe in his hand. No good. No bueno, buddy. No bueno. No, I mean it. I mean, I'm dead serious. There's no fucking way. Men have been nothing. I mean, it's terrible. Obviously, I have my kids. I love my kids. My kids are boys, and I love them. However, me and men don't get along. I'm too strong-willed, and I'm not listening to you. So it's very hard for me to compromise, because I don't believe that I should give up my life because I'm your girlfriend, wife, or any of that. So I'm constantly, if I'm, in a marriage, fighting for what I want to do, which is nothing really, but I don't want to acquiesce into that. I don't have little kids anymore. I don't have to do it. I don't need to do it. And it doesn't matter. No one cares when you die. Like, if you have a boyfriend and you're 70 or 80, like, what do I want to take care of you for? I don't. Keith, somebody said show the pictures. Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Bella up there, Marilyn Monroe. Oh, you can't, that's me. That's me when I first came here. That's my stepson, and that's Led Zeppelin. Those are the pictures. Yeah, hospice wife. Exactly. I don't want to do it. I want to create things. So what I want to do is spend my time doing stuff for other people and creating and helping to do things. Whether it's, I don't know you, but I can help you with, I'm going to try. That's what I'm going to try. That's what I'm going to try to do. And then when I die, I'm going to see my son, and that's it. A healing phoenix. Great. Go over there. Oh, Lenny's in the bedroom over there. I didn't have room for here. Yeah, Mars conjunct Pluto on the election. Fuck, that's violent. Mars conjunct Pluto is as violent as it comes, okay? Keith died on that aspect. Same aspect. We have Mars in Cancer. I'm sorry, in opposition. Isn't it Mars in opposition to Pluto on the election? Mars is going to go retrograde in, hold on, election day. Let me check. It's not conjunct. It's in opposition, I believe. I think you said conjunct. I don't know what you said. I couldn't really see it. But let me look here. Yeah, it's a very violent aspect. I think when I wasn't seeing the election, I wasn't seeing it because if somebody gets removed during the election, then there'd be no election. In a sense, it would be held off. I cannot personally believe they're going to let Trump win. I cannot believe that. How can I not know this? I can't remember if it's conjunct or in opposition. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's in opposition. Yeah, that's the only way it makes sense. That's what happened to Keithy. It was Pluto in Capricorn and Mars in Cancer in my chart. And it was literally a Pluto transit. That is nothing. Yes, there you go. Yes, that's the aspect that Keith died on. There's nothing. That is violent as shit. Yeah, I thought it was opposition. I thought I read conjunction, but it's opposition. I mean, on here I read conjunction. That is violent. That is just aggression. Like Pluto says, Pluto is a warring planet before Mars ever became a warring planet. The two of them shared that, and Pluto is 7,000 times more aggressive than Mars. And it's aggressive in the sense that it will uproot, undermine, and shatter any preconceived ideas, thoughts, behaviors that you've had, and literally rip it down. So in a body, when your body is hit by Pluto transit, it rips the body apart. It's like the plumbing exploding. It is fucking unbelievable, okay? Election, that's the aspect that's happening. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say to that. I can't even. I think, well, Pluto and Mars used to share the same rulership. However, Pluto went to Scorpio and then Mars went to Aries. And I'd rather deal with Mars than Pluto because Mars is like fire. It's bombastic and angry and aggressive, and then it blows up and stops. Pluto is the rooting of the constitution of the ideas. And in that rooting of it, it will blow it up to smithereens. So Pluto is warring. And so when I wasn't seeing the election and then I heard Trump won, which was what, 3 weeks ago, I feel like if he wins, that Pluto Mars opposition will take precedent over the circumstances. And then what? Right? Yes, Jimmy Page is a pedophile. Yes. Absolutely. I can't help that I like Led Zeppelin, and that's an actual picture from there. It's been on the set, so it's on the set. Marilyn Monroe, too. She's an MK Ultra survivor. Jimi Hendrix. So, yes, unfortunately, I am a hypocrite in that sense, if that's what you're trying to point out. Yes. I'm not throwing the picture out, though, because it's a collector picture, so I'm not throwing it out. Sorry, true story. Yeah. So, yeah, Mars and Pluto. So I love Led Zeppelin. I love it. So yes. Okay. Before I go, yeah, Daryl, Hall and Oates I love, but I don't like Gene Simmons. What the fuck is wrong with Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon? What? Okay. First of all, I heard from my Canadian friend who is also in America. Shout out to Adrian. She messaged me and she's like, the Karen, I can't get the name off, whatever the Karen's name is that called it in from the state of Texas that has a photography studio, that lady, she called it in. So I'm like, why does this family piss her off? Does she want to fuck the husband? Is she jealous of the wife? What's the problem? Because it's always a jealous bitch, right? I heard that the wife has an OnlyFans page. Another jealous lady who can't handle a cutie with an OnlyFans page. But more importantly, why did the government feel like they should kill 2 animals because they felt those animals were in danger and kill them rather than let them wait in quarantine for 2 weeks, make sure they don't have rabies? What, because the squirrel snapped at you? Because you took the squirrel out of its home and that's a natural reaction? I think we need to email these people and mail them and get rid of them because they are doing nothing about child trafficking and the rape and exploitation of children. And this bitch, whatever her name is, look it up online. Whatever her name is, she needs to also have some repercussions for her actions because she's a jealous, petty ass bitch. She's like, the squirrel was being exploited. So are the children in every world, in every country across the world, you fucking weirdo. The government probably wants their property because it's an animal sanctuary. So the government is using something along the lines, or was trying to, like a RICO statute, but for the animals, product that's illegal so they could confiscate the property. See what I mean? That's what I think is going on underneath. They want it for conservation or they want it for something. It looks like they have a nice piece of property. That's what I think it is. All right, you guys, I must go. Thank you so much for the generous donations. Super chats. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Everybody who's voting, go out and vote. Vote for lower tax prices. Vote for no wars. Vote for human beings in America getting their tax money back and being freed from the cage. Whatever that means to you, pick your candidate. Pick your poison and go do what you want to do. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. Mwah. I'm back in court with Keithy this week, so I will pop up when I can and do videos when I can. Bye, you guys. Have a good night, and thank you so very much. Bye.